So how would you feel if you went to school knowing that you could be searched of all your property at any time, or like if you had to take like a pee urine test to see if you were on drugs? Well, I don't think I would feel very secure or safe because you just all of a sudden be searched. And a lot of these cases deal with, well, these cases I've found deal with students who felt that it wasn't fair that they were searched either. The first case I found is Safford Unified School District versus Reading. And in this case, in this case, Savannah Reading, one of the teachers told the principal that she had ibuprofen on her, and so the principal thought that it would be a great idea to strip search her and see if she had any ibuprofen. And so they thought that she would be having ibuprofen in her underwear, so they found no ibuprofen, and she said, well, that's not fair because you don't have reason to believe that I would keep ibuprofen in my underwear. So she took it, you can go next. She took it to the court, and they said that she's right, it wasn't fair because they didn't have any reason to believe she would keep it in her underwear or like otherwise on her body, personal body. So she won the case because it violated her privacy rights of the Fourth Amendment. And you can go next. So my opinion, well, that's a picture of her. After like a couple years later, because she was only like 12 when it happened. And my opinion is next again. Okay, this is really weird. My opinion is that it's not okay because why would they think she would keep it in her underwear? Because I wouldn't eat medicine after I was in my underwear. Anyway, but also it wasn't really fair because that's kind of awkward and doesn't really apply to the problem. And so the next case that I found is Board of Education versus Earls. And the Board of Education at Tecumseh, Oklahoma School District adopted a new policy that said any students that wanted to participate in student activities had to pass a drug test. And 2 students and their parents thought that this was against their Fourth Amendment rights because the school didn't have reason to believe they were on drugs in the first place. And so they took it to the court, and the court, next, and the court said that it is okay because the test results weren't shown. Oh, that's the girl who argued. This is Lindsay Earls.
Wait, what is that where you were?
Yeah, okay. The court said it was okay because they didn't really show the results to that many people, and it wasn't that personal. So, and my opinion is that it's okay because it doesn't really affect like your well-being, like taking a short drug test. And also it was a good way to keep students safe if they were on drugs and needed help to stop. The next case that I found is New Jersey versus TLO. Oh, my bad. Okay. New Jersey versus TLO. And in this case, a girl was found smoking in the restroom, TLO, and her friend, by a teacher. And it's okay to smoke on the campus, but they weren't allowed to smoke in the bathroom. So the principal asked to talk to them, and TLO denied doing drugs, so the principal searched her purse and belongings and found reason to believe that she had been dealing and smoking marijuana. And so TLO said that wasn't fair because you like violated my privacy, and so I think that it doesn't matter if I had it, you broke a law first. And so they took it to the court, and TLO lost because the principal had very good reason to believe that she would have drugs on her, and I agree with the principal and the ruling of the court because the principal had heard it from the teacher, and also so he had reason to believe, and that's the law. So yeah, next one. And so my last case that this is the picture of what. My last case is Vernonia School District versus Acton, and after there had been a bunch of drug tests done at the school, just like an investigation, they found that a bunch of school athletes had been taking drugs, so the school district adopted a policy that said any person in the student athletes you are allowed to just have a random drug test at any random time. And James Acton said that it wasn't fair because that's like random and you have no idea that any of the kids are, like any of the random ones are on drugs. So they took it to the court as well, and the court ruled against Acton for about the same reason as the Earls case, because it doesn't really violate any of their personal privacy and they keeping the kids safe. And so I agree with this because, especially if you're on a sports team, it's really not safe to be on drugs when you're playing or anything. And so I think it's a good thing that they enforced these tests. Next one. And so this is the guy. It's really blurry. But I think it's really a good thing that they have these special rights for kids at school, but also like I think it wouldn't be fair if they had no reason to believe. So I'm glad that they enforce rules like these and kids still have some rights when they're at school. Next is my bibliography.